The first card that came through is the Star, and it's linked up here with the Ace of Pentacles. And these are very, very positive combinations. These are really, really good cards appearing together. So the first thing that comes to mind with these cards here is that that one job that you've been wishing for, it is coming into the picture for this month. Because both of these cards came out so early on in the spread, I feel like a lot of you might have heard back from, potential employers, might have gone through a successful round of interview, and you're getting a job offer right off the bat. This might have come through in November. If not, it is coming through for some time in the December timeframe. What I'm also feeling is I do sense that a lot of you are in an environment where you might be on center stage. You might be you might have a lot of fame, a lot of fortune associated with you. So that means, doing some type of creative endeavor, singing, dancing, drawing, having some type of talent that you are banking on. So, as a singer, an artist, a musician, some type of innate talent that you're just very naturally gifted at. And I feel that you're using that as a main way to make money. A lot of you as well are getting a lot of fame, getting a lot of recognition overall, which is greatly boosting your income generating potential. And then, that small minority, I feel like you're getting a brand new job. It is a very financially lucrative job. This is something that is once in a lifetime. It is something that is a very, very big deal. However, one of the things that I want to keep you very humble about is, the Ace of Pentacles is the beginning of a new financial endeavor. And, think of it as like a seed. You need to nurture it. You need to work really hard at it. You need to take care of it in order to let it grow. So getting this thing to come into your life is not the final step. It's the first step, okay? You need to continue working very diligently in order to maintain it, in order to make it work for you, in order to allow it to come to fruition. So this is not the time to rest on your laurels. It's not the time to sit back and, expect all the blessings to come through. There is still a lot of needing to get your hands dirty, needing to get the nitty gritty details laid out, and needing a blueprint, a roadmap in order to get this endeavor off the ground. So you're not supposed to rest on your laurels. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done. Don't get distracted by other things. Work at this new job and make sure that when you're at work, you're very heavily concentrated. Concentrating, sorry, not concentrated. You're concentrating on the work front and you're not getting distracted by other, less important things. When you're at work, you need to turn the phone off. You need to stop with the social media, with the texting when you're at work, because I feel like if this is a new job, you are under scrutiny, and they are going to do some type of extensive screening process to make sure that you are living up to their expectation or working up to your potential. Okay, so don't rest on your laurels. It's a very good blessing that's coming through, but it needs a lot of maintenance. It needs a lot of work. Okay, so what's coming through next here is the Two of Cups as well as the Six of Swords. First of all, whenever I see the Six of Swords, it's usually very, very positive. But what I feel is this, and especially if it pertains to a work situation, a lot of you are shifting from a stable salary and you're working on a client base or more on a commission basis. A lot of you are also, relying on your talent in order to make money. So in a way, you could be considered self-employed. You might have left a stable 9-to-5 job in order to pursue some type of creative endeavor that you feel is going to pan out financially really well for you. And then others of you are taking on two jobs. You're doing one main thing and you have some type of creative endeavor on the side where you are going to be able to make a lot of money. If you have been dealing with some type of health issues, I do sense there is a lot of healing energy coming through. A lot of people coming through with advice on how to resolve a health problem. A lot of I feel advice, medicine, taking the first rounds of treatment, taking the first rounds of medicine in order to alleviate some type of chronic pain, some type of chronic fatigue that you've been feeling for the past few years. If you are dealing with that, I do see some health issues being cleared up, and I feel like it's going to give you a very positive outlook when it comes to, healing and therapy, or even, seeking therapy to do some type of physical healing or emotional healing. So the Six of Swords usually indicates moving away from a situation that was very conflict ridden. It was very strenuous and it was very difficult. It was potentially very painful for you emotionally or physically, and moving on from it and moving on to like a place with, safer haven. I do see a lot of people that might have been in abusive relationships have moved on from it and are, able to find new love, able to find, connect with people who are like-minded. So feeling almost as if you are meeting a kindred soul on this journey. It's linked up here with the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups indicates the merger of two people. So a lot of the times, people read this as a soulmate connection. Depending on how it falls out, I can read this as like a relationship in which two people lost their sense of self, okay? Lost boundary, breaches in boundaries, breaches in where you end and where other people begin. So I do feel this is a breach in boundaries here because it's linked up with the Six of Swords. What I feel is there might have been a very toxic relationship. There was a lot of codependencies, and I feel that you had to leave it behind in order to take care of yourself. There might have been a lot of promises made in a relationship from the past, and I feel like things were not delivered. At the same time, this is a card about, kindred spirits. So I do feel like a lot of you felt like you have met your soulmate. The relationship descended into chaos, and I feel like you've had no choice but to move on. And then others might have moved on from abusive relationships, and I feel like you are encountering somebody that had that went through a similar life experience. So they've gone through the same types of hardship. They've gone through the same type of emotional turmoil in their past. And so you both are coming together in a very beautiful way to provide a lot of healing to one another, or to even if it's a business partner, even this can indicate two people with very, very complementary talents. So somebody's a singer, somebody's a songwriter, somebody's a dancer, the other person might be a singer. Something about complementarities between two people. And if they come together for some type of creative endeavor, they're going to make, great strides, and there's going to be a lot of success and a lot of financial windfall as well. So overall, it looks good for business partnership. It looks also good for, I feel like, relationships as well. What's coming through next here is the Eight of Wands as well as the Hangman. Now, the Eight of Wands indicates a lot of communication coming through for you through electronic means, or even through across vast distances, okay? So I do feel there are a lot of emails that needs to be caught up on. Going back to what I mentioned, if you're looking for work specifically, I do sense that, a lot of offers are coming through for you, and you're trying to decide what to do. You might have two financial options on the table, and I feel like one of them is right up your alley. So I feel like a lot of you are shifting from one job to the next. You're shifting as well from one partner to the next, and there's a lot of communication overall regarding which direction to move forward. Once you make a decision, I feel like life is really going to start accelerating. And going back to what I said before, it's not a time for you to rest on your laurels. There's a lot of good energies coming through for initiating projects, for finishing up projects, or even getting that second win in order to accomplish something that you've been procrastinating on, or even have been putting on the back burner. With the Hangman here, it indicates a lot of enlightenment coming through as a result of being in an environment where you are forced to interact with or mingle with a lot of people. So if you find yourself, at those professional or even social functions, and I feel like you're going to have to find a different way to do something in order to get success. Okay, so you're going to need to break out of your comfort zone in order to do something. And once you do it, you're not going to feel like it's so daunting and insurmountable like before. So don't shy away from, awkward, sticky situation. Just get right in there. Don't take it too seriously. Don't let the fear overrun you. And so don't let the fear overwhelm you as well. And get in there and really, start to network, start to socialize, and start to get your point across and get your story told. Okay. So all of those messages are coming through with this combination. With the Hangman is a major arcana card. And the Hangman is basically being in a situation that is not very, very productive. It's not very enlightening. It's not very good for you. And I feel like a lot of you need to cut yourself loose and remove yourself from one relationship that has been very, very toxic in order to move into something else. So I physically see a lot of you are shifting jobs. A lot of you are shifting between one partnership, trading one partnership for another. The next two cards deals with pretty much, this is a soulmate card here. And the Six of Cups basically indicates to me a card about children. It also denotes a soulmate connection that you have with another person. So I feel like a lot of you are shifting one soulmate relationship, trading one for the next. And if you think that both of them are soulmate relationships and you're shifting from one to the next, I feel like you're kind of mistaken about that, okay? Because I feel like this is an energy about losing yourself in relationships. And this is an energy about, looking at situations through naivety, through like rose-tinted glasses, and projecting so much expectation into a relationship that it's not realistic. So be very careful. If you think you are shifting from one soulmate connection to the next, I would like you to re-examine that, because I feel like you're putting way too much stock in a partnership. And you're seeing it in a very idealistic light, and it's not realistic. All right. On the other hand, I feel like a lot of you are stuck in a bad relationship because of financial involvement, because of children. So this is something that you are trying to get yourself out of. And I feel that some of you have successfully moved away from it, and you're trying to start your life over. And there is still a little bit of management when it comes to your finances. Okay. So you're trying to stabilize your financial situation as a result of like children heavily depending on you. As a result of new work that might come through, it will allow you to stabilize your financial situation. And I feel like a lot of you are earning money through, making ends meet by blending two jobs together, working two jobs, working 9 to 5, as well as having some type of self-employment gig. And then a lot of you are making money through some type of God-given talent, and you're going to make a very good, I feel like you're going to make strides and traction in that manner, because I feel like, getting, running into the right people at the right time, and possibly even getting discovered. Okay. So if you have like some talent that you are trying to have a breakthrough with, and I'm not phrasing that very well, I apologize. If you have some type of creative endeavor and you're trying to get finance, you're trying to get financiers, you're trying to get noticed, you're trying to get gain popularity, I do feel that, there is a fated meeting sometime for this month where you're going to come across like professional contacts. You're going to be rubbing elbows with people that can help you. They can help you, I feel like, get things off the ground. They can help you get discovered as well. Okay, so I do sense that coming through for a small minority of you, but I do feel like it's going to be really fruitful, and it's going to allow you to step away from financial worries that you've been plaguing it with that you have been plagued by in the past, mainly because you had to devote all your time and your energy into this creative endeavor, and you took a gamble. So I feel like the other person is also taking a gamble on you. So don't rest on your laurels. It's time to work really hard for this month. Okay, Libras. In terms of your spiritual advice here, they're saying if you have been involved, they're saying there is news of a separation coming through with a fire sign. Okay, so a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo. They're saying news of a separation coming through with a fire sign. So if you have been involved with a fire sign, and you might have had a clandestine relationship because you or the other person have been involved in another relationship. I do feel that they are actually deciding that they're getting separated. You yourself are moving away, so you're getting separated as well, and you can resume things with this other person. But I feel like relationships that start out in a clandestine manner, when two people are not clearly severed from their respective partners, is never going to work out. It's a start of a very toxic relationship. So just be very careful. The only challenges I'm seeing here is, a lot of you are coming through at relationships in a very idealistic lens. I feel like you're blending with the other person, you're merging your identity with the other person, and you are losing yourself. You're putting somebody on a pedestal when you don't really know them very well. So just be careful about that. And I feel like you're becoming a little bit naive when it comes to relationship overall. You have a string of very, very good cards, but I do see a lot of this energy about leaving one relationship for another. And I feel like the new relationship might have started when you were still linked up with another person. And so that situation is not going to work. A lot of you, I feel, are going back to or thinking about a past relationship that left you very, very depleted. And I feel like you want to confront the other person. You want to give them a piece of your mind. And how that plays out, I feel like moving on, doing really well for yourself is going to give you, that sense of self-empowerment. Coming back to confront them is it basically means that you're not over it, okay? But if you need to go back and confront them for some wrongdoing that they've done to you, I do sense that that's going to provide a lot of healing for you. And Mercury retrograde is usually a good time for us to sort out old issues or sort through some type of situation that we couldn't find a solution to, okay?